Hey guys, Adil here with Nevada IT Solutions, and then today I'm going to talk about the ransomware crypto wall. So it's just one of the what we have learned from crypto wall 4.0, which is a lot smarter than the previous ones, obviously because they updated it. They learned a lot from the previous mistakes because viruses normally or ransomwares or the whole programs, and then they there are releases and there are updates and upgrades and things like that, and there's other ones that there's an crypto locker. There's a lot of those ransomware. But basically, what happened is these viruses are spread through email a lot, and then basically that's kind of how few of our clients or people who call us to come save them, to help them remove the virus, or is this is the extensions the virus comes in as in an basically what happened, the ransomware, what it does, it just gets into your system, encrypts everything with a pretty high grade encryption protocol, and someone says it will take over 20 years to decrypt that. So good luck if you're trying to decrypt that, because those guys know what they're doing. So what happened is you will get something like that, can find your files in the content you're looking for. So you get one of this. So this is from CryptoWall. So we kind of got this file here, and they tell you here's what we do, and here's what CryptoWall is all about, and an entire thing. So that's one thing to consider. Is the second thing here? What they tell you is you have to go pay to get $700, to get your stuff back, and it's pretty sophisticated actually. What they use the Tor network, which goes into kind of like an anonymity network browser. So they tell you to kind of go buy your. First of all, you should register get your bitcoins, because that's the only payment they take. Then you go in, get that. Then there's the address, and then transaction and pay. It will take about 24 hours. Then you'll get a file here. Like after the payment, you'll give a little decryption file. You click on it, and it will go and decrypt the entire computer for you when you get your files back. So first thing that happen is you get this little while encrypted files, CryptoWall. You will create this file, text files here, and the same thing with PNG. So if you can't find your files, everything from in your desktop and everything in your My Documents, it's going to have these. So the one thing what we recommend is never click on it. So in fact, actually, I just want to show you guys what I got yesterday, 2 days ago actually, which is part of. So I got this 2 days ago, on February 19th, and so it came in a Word document, and then luckily my Google app. So we're using Google Apps. So if you're not using any enterprise grade email system that has some sort of a filtration system, spam filtration, then it will infect you. Someone who doesn't know can click on this, computer is infected, then you're down $700. And not only that, so let's go back to the other. So we'll go here, and just go back to another window. So if you don't make the payments within 2 days or 4 days, sometimes they give you 4 days, it will double. And then if you don't pay the double, let's say you use Slack, then you just don't think it's serious, then the file will the price will increase to the double of this. Then after that, you will never get your data back. If your data is very important to you, then you might want to consider paying being on top of your stuff. So first thing is back up your data before you this is applicable even if you got a ransomware. If you didn't, this have to be something you do on a regular basis, is back up your data. If your data is a lot important to you, then this is something I would do. For people who have, for instance, QuickBooks installed on their software, on their machine, and they live and die by QuickBooks, because that was the case in our case here, or on our one of the people who called us to get the data back or whatever. It was this issue here. So they had QuickBooks in one of the machines, and then the data was backed up in a different drive, but the drive got encrypted. So that's one thing. Back up your data. Back up your data. Second thing is show the hidden file extensions. So sometimes viruses and all that, they go in and they create all these. They are in the hidden file. So go in. Sometimes you just go and check and see what's going on there. Second thing is never, never, ever download or open any executable file from email attachment. So don't do that. The fourth thing is disable the app data folder. So a lot of those CryptoWalker, for instance, runs out of the app data. So there's a lot of, for instance, malware bytes and stuff like that. They monitor that folder and they keep it out of, they keep any suspicious softwares from getting into that folder because that's how everything launches. There's disable the RDP, remote desktop protocol. Definitely do that because that's how it spreads. And then that's how they get in. So that make sure that port is closed up. If you are if you're not using it, make sure patch your update your hardware and software regularly. Apply the latest and the greatest when it comes to security updates, file antivirus updates, and signature updates and stuff like that. This one is like, disconnect from Wi-Fi, unplug immediately. That's when that happens right away. So the reason you do that because you just don't want it to keep spreading, and that's one thing that I would highly recommend is when you have when there is a virus, definitely disconnect the computer from connecting to the network because that's how they operate. They go connect to the server and they do some stuff in the background. Using the system restore, as to get back to a known clean state. Unfortunately, with the new crypto locker, it was 4.0. It wasn't the case. So we went back to the system to where it was functioning just fine, but the data was still encrypted. In fact, but the past one, was the 2.0 and the 3.0, they had that glitch. Now they fixed that, so that's called the shadow files. So what they did, they disabled that. So that would be. So these are just some tips that would definitely consider doing. And then another thing is here, they have some vaccines. So Bitdefender, what they did, they created. Let me just go into it right now. What they did is they have this widget or called CryptoWall vaccine, and what you do, you install it, and it's going to show up here on your desktop, and it's going to tell you want to make sure it's green. It says in it, CryptoWall protection is on, immunization is on, and it actually works with other sort of dirty decrypt, this guy here, power locker, and all that. So it's not just CryptoWall; it works with other known ransomware. So these are some tips that we compiled for you guys to consider and to do to prevent your system from or your operations. So if you're this stuff could spread out throughout the network and it could damage you and it could stop you from doing business. And I don't think you can afford being out of business for a while. So that's one thing that I would highly recommend is, if you can't do these measures yourself, so tell your IT company to help you. And if you don't have that, please get in touch with us and we could definitely help you with this, because this is what we do on a daily basis, is helping our clients stay protected or stay in business. We're your IT partners. So we went, studied all these, where we have certified techs on staff, and then we do this on a daily basis, and then we can tighten up the security into your firm, so you don't have to deal with these issues, and then there's no interruptions in the business. So imagine if you have multiple machines and your data is very valuable to you. And fortunately, and with this client it was one machine only that got infected, and it was only a $700. They had to pay it because there was no other way around not getting the data. And then so if you guys looking for help or any free assessment that we could do to your network, please contact Nevada IT Solutions, and it's nevadaitsolutions.com. You can look us up on the web or Google. We're a local company here in Nevada. So Talk to you soon for